My name is Wilson Kibito of registration number 1052/19. I'm a final year student in School of Education, taking technology education and in particularly building and construction technology. Today I'm going to give out a summary of virtual trip 1 at Tech 290, which we didn't attend due to coronavirus pandemic. So I'm just going to give a summary of what we were going to expect on that academic trip. So in academic trip 1, it's actually divided into several parts. I'm going to give a summary of some section of that trip. The first section is what we call summary of factory layout planning. Factory layout planning is defined as a process of designing, arranging of machine, equipment and workplace and other resources within the plant or the industry. So that the factory layout planning is just the arrangement of equipment and what it entails in a factory. The main goal or the main aim of factory layout planning is to create an efficient or efficiency that minimizes the movement within the factory and also maximizes the output of the factory. There are several steps considered during the factory layout planning. The first step, factory need to be analyzed and determine necessary equipment to be placed in a factory. So that before planning, before designing, we need to analyze and create or have a number of equipment needed in a factory or machines to be placed in a factory. The second step is space needed. So that when we have realized that we need, let's say for example 10 machines, so we need to calculate the space needed for those machines to be placed. Another point of planning is the sizes of each machine and the working mechanism of each machine. So those are 3 steps considered in planning factory layout. So that the factory layout planning is a crucial component of manufacturing plan or incorporated in manufacturing process in an industry. There are 2. These are technologies which are computerized or programmed to drive machines in an industry. The first technology system is what we call CNC, or in full, direct numerical control. These are technology which have its own branches. For example, CNC have a branch called computer aided design, or in short, CAD. So the function of CAD or computer aided design instruct the machine on the process or the output to give out. In another section, there is also a computer controller, which is the brain or the motherboard of CNC. CNC means computer numerical control. The software created aspect of technology system include sensors. Sensors are switches used to detect the position or the status of a machine. It actually control or give details to the operator on how the machine is working. So there is also another system called cutting tools. Cutting tools. CNC uses various cutting tools, e.g. drills, lathe, and other cutting tools, which are controlled by the system. Finally, we have a software called DNC. This is a system or a software that manage or control the flow of data between the computer of industrial, the central computer, and its computer numerical control health and safety. These are an essential consideration in the planning of industrial operation. When planning an industrial facility or a process, it is important in order to implement the measures to control the safety and the hazard. There are several considerations considered during the industrial planning in the process of ensuring that health and safety is considered. The first consideration is facility design. This is the arrangement of systems and machinery, use of appropriate ventilation, and other safety features. The second health and safety measure is equipment selection. This is a measure is equipment in the last section of industrial planning. We have what we call industrial health and safety. This is an essential consideration in the planning of industrial operation. When planning an industrial facility or a process of manufacturing, safety is a key factor. Safety in a way that workers should be safe from machine or anything. So, in the part of safety and health, they are divided into 4 sections. The first section, which should be considered during the planning, is what we call facility design. Facility design, in a short form, is the process whereby how the machines are arranged. For example, the lathe machine or a milling machine should be placed to face a certain direction so that to avoid some injuries or any concussion with the workers. The second part to be considered is what we call selection equipment. So that the selection, how machines are selected, depends. The section of the department of machines which can cause harm or damage to workers should be separated from those machines which are less harmful. For example, drill or lathe machine should be placed in a very well ventilated and open room, and also the workers should be given a well or a PPEs, which is personal protective equipment, so that they can prevent themselves in case of any injury or any problem. The third part of planning, factory planning on safety, is what we call automation. Automation is simply a process whereby most of the machines are automated, in that most of the machines are controlled by either numerical control. For example, a worker may be in an office controlling several machines using a computer. In that way, safety and health is considered because there is no contact or close contact between the worker and the machine. And the last section